What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Ride the Wave podcast with your hosts,
AYD
and MJ in the house. Hope everybody had a good, blissful week,
amazing day.
progressive week, weekend, day, and so forth. So AYD, how you doing right now? How you feeling? What's your current like?
Man, right now my current is chill. I'm super chill right now. You know, it's Friday.
It's Friday. We ain't got no job, and we ain't got shit to do.
Right, that part. But yeah, no, it's Friday. The weekend is here, but do not let us weekend us. Continue to work on your goals. Continue to persevere.
Yeah, man. And well, let's do a cheers. Hey, man. Cheers.
Yes, sir. We got to do the cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you guys. On a couple notes, I just want to say thank you to Kayla,
Okay.
and Laurel for
Yes.
coming out here last week, sharing their story, sharing their testament. Man, such
For real.
a beautiful for myself and for AYD. It was such a beautiful moment, man.
It was. It really was. I mean, for her to come out at, yeah, she's 15, but age is just a number. Like, you can, like, for her to express herself and her feelings and put that all out on the table, it's amazing. It's really,
Yeah,
it's
man.
really a beautiful thing to see.
And I really do hope that this does inspire any of you out there who want to come share your story, share your testament. Again, this platform isn't just for us, but it's for you guys, and it's just for any of you who want to come out here and just express how you feel and express your journey.
And even if you don't come here and do it, you know what I mean? If there's somebody that you can talk to or something that you want to talk about it with somebody that's, willing to listen. And I guarantee you'll feel a lot better. Get some good clarity out of what might be resting heavy on your chest.
And also, I want to thank Mo, my sister Momo, to coming out yet again and just killing it. We're definitely gonna have you on many more episodes. So just thank you, Mo, yet again. And shout outs. Do you have any shout outs?
I got a shout out for sure to my beautiful wife, Natasha. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for being the ride or die. Thank you for always having my back and being patient with me. Cause
yeah, he's a headache, but he's
for real, but
he's worth it. He's worth the headache.
thank you, MJ. I appreciate it.
I'm just saying it to be nice.
How about yourself? Any shout outs for you?
Yeah, I just want to do a shout out to my little nephew Abel for passing his welding exam. Man, I know a lot of you don't know who my little nephew is, but he's very quiet, very reserved.
And passed his welding exam.
And for a little bit, I was a little concerned as far as the man he was gonna be, but I don't know what happened. Something clicked in his brain, and now he's killing it. Going to school to be a welder, took his class, passed it, being consistent, getting up every morning. I believe he gets up like at 5 o'clock in the morning to be there at 6.
Grind is real.
So, man, again, just congratulations, kudos,
salute you,
and to all the people out there who are just waking up and just killing it every day. That's fucking
every day.
Let's keep on doing that.
Yes.
Let's keep on. Success is earned. It's not given.
Stay dedicated.
Yes. Are you dedicated? Let's go.
Appreciate that.
But all right, man. So let's talk about today's topic, which is it's a pretty good topic. It's a pretty interesting topic. It's something I believe that we all can relate to, and it's going to be about perseverance.
Yes.
So we're going to share.
We all got something.
Yeah, we all got something. We all got something that we've overcome either by choice or because we have no choice. And so you're gonna hear from us. So I'm gonna kick it off. AYD, what is a perseverance situation that you have overcome, and or you're overcoming in this present moment?
I think for me, the biggest thing I can think of right now that I really um struggled with, but kept on pushing, is the loss of my first love. The loss of my first love.
Yeah, man, this one hit me to the core. This one did hit me to the core, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna hit the passenger
You're
seat.
sitting down.
You know, I'm gonna hit the
You can't-
passenger
you can't
seat,
step back.
and yeah, hey, hey, man,
All right.
ride that
Floor's mine.
wave, ride that way, baby.
Appreciate it. All right. So this was, probably when I was about, I just graduated high school. So I was about 18, going on 19 years old.
You weren't like
And
20, 23?
No,
Oh,
this is
okay.
not
You
when
were
I
a late
met,
bloomer?
all
All right.
bro, I continue. Like, hold
Continuation?
up. Nah, I graduated on time. Lucky me. But yeah, this is I met my girlfriend. Her name was Lauren, and
Where'd you
yeah,
guys meet at, if you don't mind me asking? How'd you guys meet?
we met by calling up one of our friends. And back in the day, you have the telephone. We didn't have no pages. We didn't have any texting or nothing. We just had the phone. So we called up one of my friends and we were like, "Hey, bro, like, give us some numbers, like, of like girls' numbers. Just give us like."
What was it like was this like the party line or what,
It
dog?
wasn't even a party line. It was kind of like something like that. But we wanted to talk to like somebody that somebody already knew.
And
you know?
how old were you at this time? I know you're in high school, but
I
how?
was 16, 17
All
years
right,
old.
all right.
I
You
was
a youngling,
16.
a little youngling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about 16 years old. So asked my friend, shoot us some numbers. So he shot us 3 girls' numbers, and me and my he's like a brother to me, but me and my friend, we gave him a call. We just, yeah, let's call him. So we were both talking to them. We would switch off on the phone, and just with Lauren, I just really clicked with her. You know what I mean? I really clicked with her, and
So did you even know what she looked like, or you just talked to her on the phone?
I talked to her on the phone.
You didn't even know what she looked like, bro.
I didn't know what she looked
Oh
like.
my god, bro!
Really? No,
That's
for
crazy.
real,
That's some
right?
power line stuff right there. Like you have no idea who's on the other
no
side.
idea. Like,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
This is getting good.
no,
This is
bro,
getting
I talked
good.
to her for like close to like 9 months before I actually saw her in person.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes. Go
Hold
ahead.
on. 9 months? Like
9 months.
damn, bro. So she could even like mail you a picture of her. Where does she? I mean, what school did you guys go to? Like, what school did you go to?
I was going to Wilson High School, and she
Wilson?
went to South Pasadena.
So like, you guys couldn't meet up for 9 months? Like, there was
No, back then it's like, who do you have to ask for a ride? You know
I
what
don't
I mean?
know,
At that,
the
I was
dash?
Like, I mean, yeah, I could have took that. We actually, me and my friend actually rode our bikes there. We really did to school.
That's a cute love story, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
yeah, we rode our bikes there. But yeah, I didn't know her. I mean, I talked to her for about 9 months on the phone, and before, bro, this is gonna trip you out even more. Before I even saw her, we pretty much were already committed that
Boyfriend and girlfriend.
we were gonna be together. Yeah, like didn't matter what we looked like. 'Cause I asked her the same thing. She didn't know what I looked like. And I asked her like, what if like what
You
if
don't
you're
like
not
me?
attractive to
Yeah,
me? What
yeah.
if like I have a
Yeah. What if I have a big old mole or something
anything.
on my face and you're just like, moly.
Austin Powers, brother.
Okay, go on, man.
But we talked for 9 months, and then I finally met her. And I'm like literally sitting on the street waiting for her to come out of school.
How nervous were you, though?
Oh man,
How nervous
I
were
was
you?
Like,
How nervous?
I was nervous because my friend's over here sitting like next to me, going, "Oh, what's that? What if that's her?" All right, cool, whatever. What if that's her? I was like, not my style, but whatever. Like, I'm willing to give her a shot because she was willing to give me a shot because we didn't know what each other looked like, and just the way she was, her personality, like
Yeah,
her
you guys
laugh,
connected.
like
You guys
everything was
connected.
just amazing. We just connected on a different level, and it just like I didn't care what she looked like. It didn't even matter. Like it didn't matter. Like I fell in love with who she was.
Damn,
Like,
bro.
genuinely, I fell in love with who
Damn,
she
but
was
9 months
over
is
the
a
phone.
long time. time,
Tell me
bro.
about it,
That's a
bro. Tell
long
me about it.
time to be
Yeah.
catfish and be like, fuck, I
Right? I
wasted
probably
9
could
months.
imagine like that would have sucked, bro. 9 months.
All right. So, all right, you're at the bus stop or whatever,
Yeah.
and then
So we were looking. I met her, and I saw her, and I told her where I was gonna be sitting, and then she just I saw this beautiful, tall girl, Mexican girl, and she was just looking at me and just started smiling, and I knew right away, like
it
that.
wasn't her.
And I was like, no, that's her. Because as soon as we locked eyes, like we did not take it off of each other. We just looked at each other and we just started. We had the biggest smile. Actually, we walked closer and closer together.
So it was like instant attraction. So like
Yeah,
it,
it was. It was like,
and that's a true
yeah,
love story right there,
yeah.
man. That's a true love story. All right, go on, man.
So I mean, it was great. She was amazing. Everything was good. And then fast forward, um, we go to her prom. We go to her prom, and about 3 days later, when I'm supposed to return my tux, I go pick her up at work, and We were driving back to her house in separate cars.
Yeah.
You know. So as we were driving back, I was switching lanes, like going into her lane, and we ended up switching lanes at the exact same time. So I was in front of her, she was following me, and then I looked over, I started switching lanes, and then she was too, but I had to start slowing down because we were coming off ramp,
Yeah.
and I saw her in the rearview mirror. She was still looking the other way, so I tried to speed up, couldn't. She turned around, she slammed on her brakes, went on the embankment, and then her car flipped over, crushing like her side, crushing her side. And I like threw my car. I don't know. I guess I threw my car in park. It just shut off. Like,
And how long were you guys dating when it like you guys met after 9 months,
uh,
and then like what happened? Like
we were together for like 2 years,
oh, okay. So
two
you
and
guys
a
were
half.
together for two
Yeah,
years. Where were you guys
2.5
going?
years. We were going back to her house to drop off her car so that we can go together to drop off my tux that I rented for her prom.
Oh, so you guys were gonna go to prom together.
Yeah, we went to her prom. We
Oh,
went to her prom, and then it was after I needed to return it
oh, okay,
that
okay. Got you,
I
got you,
picked
got
her
you,
up at school. I mean, at work. You know what I mean?
got
'Cause,
you.
yeah, I went to school right down the street from her work.
Okay, so then you guys you're in front of her. She's in the back of you, and I mean, if you don't mind me asking, what freeway is this on?
This is on the Pasadena freeway where you exit on Orange Grove. So you take the
That
210,
was
and
a
then you
210,
can do
huh?
the Fair Oaks
Yeah.
exit, and it goes into the tunnel, like
Okay.
right there by like
Yeah.
Orange Grove. So yeah, right there, close to the fork in the road. If you guys are familiar with Pasadena.
And then what happened, bro?
Um, I mean, once saw that she lost control of her car, I just in my because I'm watching this in my rearview mirror. Her car goes up, like is out of sight. I'm like, what? So I stop my car. I just jump out of my car and I turn and I run out of my car, and there's just a big old cloud of like dust, like dirt, like all over the
Debris.
like debris, like sandstone. It looked like a sandstone because she hit. It was dirt at that time. Now it's
Yeah.
concrete. Um, so I ran through it. It felt like people were just throwing rocks in my face, like because it was so thick. You know what I mean? And then once I got clear of it, I saw that her car was flipped over, and I went to her side and I was just trying to talk to her, see if she was not she was conscious.
Oh my god.
You know?
Oh my god. Was she by,
Yeah.
what? Were you? Was she by herself?
Yeah, she was by herself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she was by herself in the car.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then what
And
happened? What
then, man,
happened
I
after
just
that?
I ran to her side of the car, and she was breathing, and I was trying to talk to her, and I could see her breathing, but then I lost it once I saw, you know, that she was, bleeding, and there was blood. Like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it to the point where I actually like touched it to see if it was real, and like I'm like putting my hands all over trying to talk to her, and like there's glass all over. My hands are all cut up. You know, some people stopped and were helping me, but at a point, I just started hyperventilating. I started going into shock, and luckily there was a nurse there that told me, you need to breathe, you need to breathe. She sat me down, and I was just on the side of the curb, just trying to process what just happened.
But yeah, man. So then, what comes next, man? Like, so her car, was the car flipped over?
Yeah, the car was still flipped over. At first we were thinking about trying to like push it over, but we didn't want to move it. We just left it until the paramedics came, until the firefighters came, and um, I was still trying to, see if she was all right, but they told me I had to like clear the way so that they could get in there, which I understood. They took me to the ambulance, and I'm just sitting in the back of the ambulance looking out the back of the window and just praying, just praying, and I just saw them stop working. You know what I mean? I saw them stop um trying to figure out how to get her out or anything, and I just kind of like didn't want to believe that she was gone, because I think that let me know, but
Once
I
they
didn't want to
stopped.
believe it once they
Yeah.
stopped, until a firefighter started walking towards the ambulance that I was in, and I was slowly losing it. I didn't want him to get to the ambulance. I didn't want him to get to the door and tell me what I was scared to hear.
And you were by yourself in that
Yes, I
moment?
was by
Oh my
myself
god.
in my car.
Oh my god. Man, like,
Yeah,
I don't know, guys. What man.
that's
It's a tough one. It's a
yeah, it
tough,
is,
like,
it
man.
is,
But
it
again, man,
is.
like, these topics that we discuss, I know they're very difficult to to bring up again, but I want to let the audience know that these are the type of things that are necessary, for
Yeah,
growth, man.
no,
Like,
definitely.
I know we don't like to open up, those wounds again. Um, but it's important to sometimes share your story, and it's not about you even coming on this platform,
Hmm.
but sharing a story to maybe someone who's going through something similar,
Yes.
and you could kind of just help them in any way, shape, or form that you can. Because right now I'm in, like, this is the first time I've heard this in detail. I've never heard it. He's told me this before, what happened, but right now in my mind, I know the area, and I'm putting myself in his shoes. And sometimes in life, we need to put ourselves. We need to take a pause and get out of our shoes and put our feet in other people's shoes
Yeah.
and what they might be feeling.
Yes, definitely. I completely agree.
But I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Continue, man.
No, yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, definitely talk to people, because at that point I knew what I had to do and I didn't want to do it. And that was go to her house and
Oh my.
tell her mother and her family
Ugh.
what happened. So first we went to the hospital and I lost it, bro. I lost that. I really, I mean, suicide was an option. It was scary. Like I didn't want to face that. I didn't want to be without her. I didn't want to continue. I didn't want to,
Yeah, man.
it was tough.
That I I have a lot of words to say about a lot of things,
Hmm.
but something like that, man, I'm in awe,
Uh,
bro. I'm in awe because I'm just really trying to visualize myself in that situation, especially being a young kid. I mean, even as an adult, man, I guess it really even wouldn't matter at what stage in life you're in to see the person that you love, that you're with, pass away. right in front of your eyes. And the
Yeah.
crazy part is it happened so fast.
So fast. It was, yeah.
And that's the thing, how it's like a lot of us need to value our lives, value
Time,
our
yes.
friends, value our families.
The loved ones.
You know, it's like we never think nothing's gonna happen to us until it does.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
I mean, just to you, the audience and the listeners out there, it's just like just embrace life. Let the people that you are with, let them know how much you
Yeah,
love them, how much
appreciate
you
it.
care about them. Tell people that you love them.
Mhm.
So how did you get through this, man? Like how did you persevere?
Well, I mean, I think, I mean, that wasn't even the worst. I mean, it was bad. Obviously, that's the worst part. But I think what made it even harder, luckily my brother was there. He got there fast, and he was able to, comfort me as much as possible. And then my mother got there, and we had to take the drive to her house to inform her mom and her sister. So we drove. We got to her house. I knock on the door. You know what I mean? And I'm lost of words. Like I can't cry no more. I'm just like I'm broken. I'm completely broken. And she opens the door. She's like, "Hey, hi." She said hi, and she just told me, Lauren's not here right now, but she should be on her way home. And that's it. I broke down again, and then she didn't know what's going on. And then my mom told her, and I can still hear it, but like the scream she let out was like horrible. It was yeah, it's there, and every time I talk about it, it's still like,
Nah,
you
man.
know what I
Nah,
mean?
man. Nah, man.
So yeah, and my mom told her, and then yeah, it was just a lot of drinking, a lot of,
Yeah.
trying to numb the pain, going to sleep, waking up, hoping, praying and wishing that it was just a dream, and it was reality. It's as real as it gets.
So I know that there's a lot of people that can relate to what you've been
Mhm.
through. What got you out of it? Not what got you. How did you persevere from it?
Just really knowing that I have a purpose, like really understanding and having, a great support system, that just let me know that, there's a purpose that I'm here. You know what I mean? Like everything, that I went through, like you got to get through it. You got to persevere through it because you're still here. You can't give up. And I wanted to bad, but it's just for a while I numbed the pain. I numbed the pain by drinking, smoking, partying, staying up late as long as possible, just
Like not wanting to sleep, huh?
anything that can distract me from just thinking about it, I did it. You know what I mean? Play video games, like, everything.
And to the audience, like, have you guys experienced something similar to what A's been through? And leave a comment. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to go into detail, but just give some support, because I think a lot of us have gone through something like this, and then we suppress it. We don't talk about it.
Post a comment a heart, for the
Yeah,
loved ones, for the ones you
yeah,
lost. Comment
exactly.
a heart,
Yeah,
you
I would
know.
say that. You know what? Yeah, comment a heart. If you did lose some, maybe a family member, a whatever it
Yeah,
is, like post a comment. Let us know who these people
right.
are. Cause
Uncle, brother,
yeah,
cousin,
cause they're
husband,
let's not
daughter.
let's not forget them.
Yeah,
Let's definitely not forget them, and let's remember them, and keep them, in our hearts.
yeah. But if you're driving, don't text.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait till you get to your destination. You
Yeah,
know?
man. Damn, bro. That's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
And but look, man, to be where you're at now, to after all of this, to have a college education, to have a good job, to be a homeowner, to
Yeah.
be a husband, to be a father,
Yes.
with all of this, man, it's like, yeah, man, you definitely had a purpose. You definitely
Yes.
had a big purpose, and I'm so sure. What was your partner, your girlfriend's name again?
Lauren.
Lauren. And I'm pretty sure Lauren is looking from above and just smiling at everything that you have done
Yeah.
in your life. And I know for a fact, bro, like she would have never wanted you to
Give up.
give up and did 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 something crazy to be with her.
Yeah. And like, this is gonna trip you out. Like, what I think helped is there was one night, I had a dream, and I dreamt that she was in the room with me, and we were like talking, and like she's like, "You're here," like, yes, I gave her a hug. We're like just having a
Yeah.
conversation, laying on the bed, and then I hear like a door knock, and she's all, "I'll get it." You know what I mean? Like, no, 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 just leave it. You know what I mean? I just want to talk to you. So she goes, she opens the door, and then she looks at me, and then she smiles, and then she says, "I love you," and I love you too. And then she walks through the door and closes it. And as soon as the door closed, I woke up.
Wow.
You
You know,
know?
you know what's so crazy? It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you ever seen that movie Otto with Tom Hanks.
Yes, yes, yes. I've seen that movie.
And in that movie, he lost his wife and he's trying to commit suicide, but he
Yes.
keeps on failing. Be-
Yeah.
but he keeps on seeing her every time he's trying to commit suicide. He sees her in his, like, in a vision while he's
Yes.
trying to do it. But she's telling him that, like, no, like, it's just not your time.
Yes.
Like, it's
Yes.
not your time, and it just wasn't. It's not your. It's not your time.
Yes.
Like, you have a bigger, a way bigger purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think a movie that I was at that time really into was it's called What Dreams May Come. It's with Robin
Yeah,
Williams.
Robin Williams. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen that
Yeah,
one.
so that one really, like, man, because he went through hell, heaven and hell, to like look for his wife that committed suicide, and I think that's what kind of helped me not do the like pull the trigger, because I didn't want to be lost. Like, I didn't want my soul to be lost, and that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, man. Again, man. I'm sorry
Mhm.
for all. It's crazy how good things, bad things happen to good people. And that's just
Yes,
God's will, and there's not much we can do but just not question it and just do our
try to work through it.
yeah, try to work through it. Again, this is why this episode is called Persevering. There's a lot of directions a lot of us could go when we're facing these tough obstacles in our lives that
Yes,
we don't see coming.
yes. And I was a person that didn't really want to talk about it or talk about my feelings. You know what I mean? I had to hold it in. What do they call it? That machismo. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
Like, I had
man.
to hold it in. Like, you don't talk about your feelings.
Yeah,
You deal with it. But
no,
yeah,
man. And,
no,
and I'm and I'm
that's the wrong way to
and I'm
go.
really glad, man, that you're out here sharing this, man. I think it's really, really important that people hear these tough topics.
Yes,
These tough conversations. Again, you're gonna hear from us first. We definitely want to hear from you, but we're gonna share our experiences. We're gonna put ourselves on the front line, and
yes,
we're gonna take that bullet.
yep.
You know, so
So what about you, MJ?
I mean, definitely nothing. I mean, I'm not. Let's not compare,
No,
right?
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah. We
never
can't
compare. No, you
compare.
can't compare. No, not at all. But something that you feel for yourself that was something that you.
Well, I would say, uh, 3 years ago was probably, because that saying, when it fucking rains, it
It,
doesn't pour. There's a fucking thunderstorm, man.
right?
There's a flood. And that wave, that shit was a tidal wave.
Yeah.
I could definitely tell you that. But I would say the first thing, my first perseverance, not necessarily moment. I had definitely a lot more, but one that was kind of current was when I was a broken heart.
Mhm.
I was with someone.
Was
Uh,
this like your first love or?
you know what? My first love was my son. I would say my first love was my
Okay.
son, but she was my second love. I don't think I ever in my life loved a woman before I met her. I never knew what love was.
Mhm.
Like I said, minus my son. But I said it to partners I was with, but I don't think I ever
There's
genuinely
yeah.
like meant it.
There's no meaning behind it.
Like yeah, I love you, but
You weren't in love with
I
them.
wasn't in love with them.
Okay.
So this is the person I was in love with, and to make it, not to get into too much detail, but she didn't have kids. I had my son. Um, and when we first dated, we decided we weren't gonna have kids, and I was cool with that. I experienced a lot of trauma with my son's mom, and I guess I always had that fear of just I didn't want to go through that again. I just
Yeah.
didn't. I don't know. I thought that's the way it was. And then she told me she wanted to have a baby. I said no, and I didn't explain it to her the way I'm gonna explain it to you guys, but pretty much I was just going through trauma, and I just was scared, but I never like explained that to her of what I was feeling. I just was like, no. And when I think about it now, I can only imagine how she felt.
Mhm.
Someone that you love, you care about, and you tell them you want to have a baby and start a family, and then they tell you no. Rather it be male or female. So I only could imagine it crushed her.
Mhm.
But unbeknownst to me, she was checked out, and one day she got home and she expressed that she didn't want to be with me no more. That she settled, and the fact that I didn't want to have a baby was just she wanted to move on. I didn't handle it well. Hey, I'll tell you that I didn't
Yeah,
handle it.
I was gonna ask that. What was
I
your first thoughts or first feelings that
you
I mean,
know
if you can remember.
I remember
I
that.
mean,
I
that's
remember that shit like it was yesterday.
yeah.
Those. How like you
Yeah,
remember that
yeah,
like
no,
those
definitely. That
are
was a bad question.
yeah
If you can
those
remember.
traumatic moments in your life you
Yeah,
never
yeah.
forget them. Like you
You wear
remember
that scar
like yeah you wear it,
forever.
and it never, as much as you want to forget it, never goes away.
Never.
And then yeah she when she told me that she didn't want to be with me more, she settled, uh and I knew that it was kind of like premeditated, like she planned it. And that's one thing I learned about women is once a woman's done, they're done. I never understood that.
Mhm.
I was always the one that was the breakupper, not the breakupy, you know.
Yeah.
And I just remember like I lost, I yelled, I told her to leave. And I never yelled at her. Like we had a great relationship, at least from my eyes. Not perfect, but you know, pretty decent, pretty
Mhm.
great. And I yelled. I told her to leave, and my son was in the shower at that time, and she left. And a couple of days later, I went to work. I work on the weekends, and I work long shifts. And I came home from work, and everything was gone.
Man, all her stuff was
Yeah, all our stuff was gone. Everything was gone. And that fucking broke me. That broke me. I'm a person, I need closure.
Yeah.
Like we both kind of didn't get. I mean, I guess you could say you kind of got to say goodbye,
Yeah, but not really.
but
Yeah.
not really,
Right.
And yeah. So then she left.
So what did you do? Like as soon as I mean, you come in, you see that all her stuff is gone. Did you call her? Did you try
Oh
to reach
yeah,
out to
yeah, I
her
mean, I
or?
did. I called, I text, or whatever. But like, I mean, I don't want someone who doesn't want me. Like, yeah, did I think about going to her job or going to her parents' house? Yeah, I did, but what what difference would that make? Like,
Mhm.
I would look like a fucking psycho, and I mean, like, I didn't want to bring drama to her house. She had little brothers and sisters, so it's like I didn't want to create that unnecessary.
That toxic
Yeah,
environment in there.
like,
Yeah.
and the thing is, bro, like, I was so ignorant because everybody told me, like, bro, if you don't give her a baby, she's gonna leave.
Mhm.
And I just thought that, my love for her and the things that we had was gonna be enough, and it wasn't. But the hardest part, bro, I would say the hardest part was like she didn't say goodbye to my son, and like my son was broken, dude. Like, that was the first time in my life where I felt like I don't know, man.
Like she didn't leave you. She left both of
She
you.
left both of us, and I'm never gonna understand why.
Mhm.
I mean, I know why, but I don't know why she left the way she left. But that's just something, like, when I went to therapy, you got to make your own closure in life sometimes,
Yeah.
but that's what we had to do, and that's for a lot of people, but because I did the same thing, like did, I drank, uh, I was trying to latch on to any woman I could latch on to because I didn't want to feel pain.
Did you
And
feel like you didn't want to be alone at any
yeah, I didn't
point?
want to be a fuck no, bro. It was so sad, bro. I would
Mhm.
literally wait outside because she would get home like at a certain time, and like I would literally be waiting outside like a little puppy, waiting for its owner to get home. It was,
Yeah.
and
That's
my son struggled in school. He was going to Head Start, so he struggled, and it was just like, and I remember not even wanting to stay at home. I was staying at my mom's house for like um for a good week, almost a good week. I didn't eat for almost like 5 days. But you want to know the craziest thing,
what's
and
that.
I'm never gonna forget this
Mhm.
ever in my life. So I was leaving work, and I remember um walking into Aid, and then Aid tells me, like, "Have you prayed?" And I remember vividly, man, that shit ain't gonna do nothing. And he was like, "James, you know, power in prayer, power in prayer." And I was just like, "Bro, like, that's not gonna help me."
Yeah, I remember that. You didn't want to hear it, bro. You're like, nah, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't want to hear it. And then, eventually I had to come home. Eventually I had to come home. And I remember like it was yesterday. I got home, and for the first time ever in years, and I mean years, I prayed. I prayed. And the craziest thing was just like something, it wasn't permanent. It was temporary. But in that moment, like, I just prayed that we could have a good night's sleep, me and my son, and I could eat. Because when I'm stressed, I can't eat. Like I throw up.
Right.
So then I just remember just, praying. He fell asleep. I went to the kitchen. I remember I made this nasty ass quesadilla that wasn't even the greatest.
Government cheese or
government cheese. Like I ate it and I fell asleep. And that was just like the first step, and then after that, I went to therapy. I started doing that. And then boom, another thing hit. Like I said, when the storm hits, it fucking roars. And then we had a fire. We had a fire at our residence.
Oh, the electrical box.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, power line popped. It was a front house, back house. My house didn't get burned down, but the front house got burned down, and the front house provided all of the power and electricity. So me, my son, my roommate, and neighbors downstairs literally lived like gypsies for like 2 months without no electricity, without no nothing.
Refrigerator,
nothing. Literally, I had a generator because of COVID. So that's really what supplied all the power and everything like that, temporary. And then again, though, perseverance. I knew I couldn't just quit. So I started contacting lawyers, housing, a business bureau of housing, like just putting in the legwork because my landlord was pretty much saying, oh, like, okay, well, we can't get it fixed, so you're gonna have to go.
You have to go, yeah. They're pushing you out, kind of.
Yeah, push me out. And I was like, well, no, like, we need to be compensated. Like, oh no, it was an accident. Like, the landlord was a piece of shit. Like, straight up. Like, he was. I don't know. I don't understand the heart of people. Like how we could allow people to just suffer and not do anything for it. Like that's why it really does bother me when I see people flex their cars. There's this, and I get it. It's a success. It's awesome. But when you could just turn on the channel and watch just so much poverty in life, and it's not like these people don't want to be there. They want to get out.
Right.
Not all of them are drug addicts and mental illness and all that stuff. Like some people that's just where you're born. But anyways, and so then I just put the legwork in. I was calling the city and the county, all this. They finally came down. He was in violation, and boom, they're like, yeah, you can be compensated. They can't force you can't force him, but luckily I pretty much told him, hey man, like you're in violation. I had the evidence. Like either we could go the lawyer route or we could do the simpler route. You decide. Lawyer route, I'm going after everything. I don't care at this point. Yeah. Now I'm out for blood.
Right, because of the way you've been living.
Yeah, and not only that, the way a child.
Yes, you and your son
we're living, and then that was that. After that, he was able to compensate me again. I remember I was at my son's school because I was trying to look at different places, and I just wasn't finding anything. And again, I just remember I was at my son's school. And I just remember just praying, like, please God, can you just help me? And bro, with all of a sudden, I'm on just on the websites, whatever. I found a place, the place that we film now,
riding the wave.
And I found a place. I got compensated. I found a place. Yeah, it's a lot smaller, whatever. But just remember, home is where you make it.
Yes, sir.
Honestly,
home is where your loved ones are.
Yeah, it's all about It was very hard for me to leave. I went from a 2-bedroom to a studio. But at the same time, perseverance, because it's not where you're at. It's who you're with. And I was with. As long as I was with my son, we were good. I ended up moving closer to him, closer to his school, and everything worked out. So I just want to let the audience know when we feel like we're in that dark trench and we can't get out of it, I fucking promise you, if you just keep on fighting,
Yes.
keep on moving
Yes.
forward, keep on not giving up, being with positive people, having a positive mindset. And I
Yes.
know it's fucking hard because trust me,
Trust
like
us. Yes.
we did what we all, a lot of us do,
Mm-hmm.
drinking, getting fucking blacked out, and it's like, what does
Numb
that
the
do?
pain.
Numb the
Numb
pain.
the pain. Well, we at least attempt to numb the pain, but it's always gonna be there. I joined the Navy to try to get away from it, to try to get uh, a second chance to start all over. But when I came back, guess what was waiting for me? All the same problems because I did not deal with it. You
Yeah,
have to go through it to get through it.
yeah, man. And and there's a quote like that: your next hard problem is your next hard problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're always gonna go through hardship in life. And like, when a good mentor of mine, David Goggins, man, we have to have a callous mind. I
Yes.
think that's really what it was. A lot of us, we get so comfortable um with complacency in
Yeah.
our lives, not like being perfect the way, because we want control, bro.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that because I have that written on my closet door in marker. Callous the mind.
Yeah, you got to callous the mind. Just like when you work out and you got those callous hands. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
those rough
I
hands.
get
Like,
it.
it saved. And I didn't understand that, until I read it. And that's another thing. It's very important that we stay educated
Yeah.
um about these things, and we get the help that we need.
Yes.
We get the help that we definitely need, because in life sometimes we can't do these things on our own.
Or we can't afford, the help that we may need. So it's like talk to loved ones,
Yeah,
talk to anybody, get it out. Let
but
people know.
but again, when you talk to people, like me and Nate say, like, be prepared, the things that you need to hear, not what
Yeah.
you want to hear.
Yes.
There's a big
Yes.
difference. But hey, look, 3 years later, I opened up a small business. I'm moving up at my other job. We're doing this podcast.
Yep.
I mean, I got so much positive things in my life. My son's doing phenomenal.
Yes.
So, like, just know, you we have to keep on pushing forward, because life does not give a fuck about you, about me. Like, it doesn't care. Mother Nature doesn't care.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
And that's it.
Yep. And
So,
yeah, and same, man. Like same. Like I like. Imagine if I would have given up.
imagine you
Yeah,
would have killed
yeah,
yourself.
imagine if I would I have a beautiful wife that I've been with for going on 18 years now. I have three amazing, two handsome boys, a beautiful daughter, and I'm loving life right now. I'm loving life right now, and I learned a lot. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to still trying to educate myself in a lot of ways. I need to work on talking properly.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
It's the
but
very,
yeah,
this perseverance topic. It's very personal.
yes,
A
it's
lot of emotions. Lot of I wouldn't say wounds being opened up, but a lot of memories being surfaced up,
yeah.
which is not always a bad thing either. Not always a bad
Mhm.
thing. But let's go to our closing discussion. Hey, do you have any closing discussion
Yes.
that you just want to just tell the
Yeah.
audience?
Anybody that's feeling like, suicide might be an option, it is not. It is not. You're here for a reason, you're here for a purpose. You have people that love you. I feel that that's a selfish act, and all you're going to do is you're not going to be here, and you're just going to hurt so many other people. You know what I mean? And maybe put them in the situation that you're going through right now. Nobody wants to lose a loved one. If you need help, go out and look for it, talk to somebody, let somebody know, we love you, we appreciate you, and there's life is beautiful, love is beautiful, and you got to do what you can with it. Go as far as you can because
Yeah,
man,
once you're 6 feet, that's it. That's it.
yeah.
And
It's like what legacy do you want to leave behind? So how about yourself? Anything you want to?
hey, that is a good question though to ask the audience. What legacy do you guys want to leave behind? My closing argument. I'm gonna keep it
It's an
simple.
argument. We're not arguing.
But my closing. I'm sorry. My closing statement is, we just gotta keep on fighting.
Mhm.
Keep on fighting the good fight. Keep on moving forward, and embrace
Yes.
those challenges. Fucking embrace them. Enjoy them. Like, bring it.
Yes, wear it with like a badge of honor and
Yeah,
get through it because you will be stronger when you get through it. You will be stronger.
Yeah, and like, just don't get too comfortable in life.
Mhm.
Don't learn how to be uncomfortable. Don't find problems, but also when those problems occur, find solutions to those problems.
Yes.
It's okay to grieve and be in that moment for whatever it is, but don't dwell on it, because life doesn't fucking care.
Yes.
So but that being said, guys, let's just keep on being productive, keep on being callous. Let's build that callous in our
Yes,
minds.
callous mind, be amazing, stay amazing, reach your goals,
Po-
progress,
Positive
positive
vibes.
vibes,
And
positive energy.
are you dedicated?
Yes.
Are you dedicated to yourself, to your family, to your job, to your craft, to whatever it is?
Whatever you're doing.
But we're gonna
That's
end
it.
we're gonna end this. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe, leave a like, leave comments, any suggestions to
Yeah.
make this platform better,
Yeah.
stronger.
Or anything you might want us to talk about, or bring something to
Yeah,
people's attention.
let's bring these tough topics to the
Yes.
table. Positive and negative. Positive and
Yes.
negative. But okay, ladies and gentlemen,
We love you all.
we love you guys. Catch us every Friday, 8 a.m. Riding the wave. We'll see you next week. Be productive. We love
We
you.
love you. We're out.
Peace.
Peace.